feel like they're going to fall back on their snipers to push and defend, and they're going to rely on their scouts to sort out the after fight and the mid fight.
We are live here. Do you want to take us on the first mid?
I sure will. So both, well, looks like the blue dome man's here earlier on the cliff, having more defensive positioning. Both teams very defensive. With the red soldier, the red team are taking over the right side, and they've already killed a scout. So this is pretty much curtains for the blue team in Chameleon.
Very decisive mid. We just see a soldier in on the med here, and the med goes down. Alice going down to the rocket of Rando, or Anti, I mean. So that's, you know, going to be very easy with Arnold staying alive. You know, 80%. So they're going to be able to re-push this quite comfortably. You do see the crits creep coming out here for Chameleon, so they're going to want to go and get very aggressive with this. We do see Pojkarna holding pretty far back. They kind of know the 4-year crit's going to come out soon. They do got 6 on cliff, which haven't been called yet, and the Jono almost gets cleaned up by those if he was.
I don't think he's aware of him still. Oh yeah.
We do see the crits coming out now, and we do see Alice going down in that crits. So that's kind of what Chameleon wanted to get with that. With several frags kind of going to split, this should be a recap for Chameleon quite comfortably.
Yeah, these scouts are going to get killed. No, this might be they might kill the pocket and then kill the medic here.
We do see Zato up on sniper though, up on bats, and they know.
Pushes advantage here. No.
Chameleon just back off that, losing too many in that push there. They were able to get the take, but they lost a few scouts and had to back off that. And with the threat of that looming sniper from Zato, they're going to have to back off this and possibly go for a repush. With Arnold just coming up on 80% now, so they know it's a crit, and they know he's going to have it, so they're probably going to be holding pretty far back, which seems to be a bit of the case.
Yeah, the teams need to be forward, I feel, apart from the medic. Like, these soldiers need to be ready for this, and they're not. So they're going to get in. Ooh, that's
but the Jono just gets sniped. And this is going to mean a good solid hold for Pojkarna, able to defend this quite comfortably. With only Arnold up now for Chameleon, he needs to get out of there, hightail it out. But he has no one to heal as well, so it's going to be a significant 80% or even full Uber advantage for Alice. And Alice on Uber, which is, you know, the hard counter to crit. So it's going to be
this is where they suicide. And if they do it efficiently, then they'll have a chance in this round. But from the looks of it, they are not doing that. Instead of bringing out their medic to do a slow push, or even worse, just wasting time.
The problem with that slow push though is they have Zato up on boxes, and he's just denying any kind of movement from Arnold. Arnold can't even poke his head out without, you know, having pot shots taken.
Yeah, they're just turning into like a lemming suicide as they're going one after another, hoping a distraction would help, but they're just getting shut down so easily. That was not the best suicide.
Yeah, Chameleon seemed to just be bleeding.
You need to be grinding in their spawn with the medic, and then the 4 other players going all together on the medic like this.
Definitely, and with a minute on the clock, they need to recontest this, get the point in their favour. With only 20 seconds on the clock at all for Chameleon, they really need to get out here and kind of show us what they're made of. With a scout getting taken down on the flank.
That's even worse. That's another 10 seconds down the drain. Can't have that.
And we do see, you know, it's equal Ubers now. Probably going to wait for Rocketeer to get back up and try to retake this from Chameleon. But we do see, you know, Scouts getting pretty aggressive from Pojkarna. They're backing off this point. You know, 30 seconds on the clock. They're happy to recontest this. Probably try to get the pop out.
Rando. It looks like Arnold might be
Zato gets a good snipe onto Rando though. That's not what you want to see. And Tetrix going down as well for Chameleon. This is going to be a retake, but I don't know how long it's going to last.
That sniper's still in play. This could be dangerous. Or did Jono? Yes,
Jono does go down, and this looks like it's going to be a pretty decisive first half. We do see Chameleon coming out trying to contest with just a medic on the point. It seems like Pojkarna, you know, very decisive first round.
This round feels like it's over. In that last push, I feel like just analysis. Rando got dropped too quickly. He should have taken the Uber immediately and gone for the sniper, forced the Uber, gone for the sniper, and then continued with the fight, because that sniper got 3 kills. It's just too much trouble.
Yeah, and that slow push as well really,
said he gets sniped.
You know, gave Pojkarna a lot of time. We do see here now, Jono getting very aggressive and getting spammed out a bit there. We do see a big bomb coming in, and Rando getting onto Zimoj, taking him down, and Scotch going down as well. So with a demo down, for Pojkarna. They're going to want to back off this, and this is going to be a mid for Chameleon. A lot more aggression, a lot of aggression coming out from Chameleon than it paid off for them frag-wise.
And as long as they don't extend a cap at this point, they should be all fine because they really don't need these kills.
Yeah, we have both mids on Uber still. Pojkarna getting pretty aggressive, trying to muscle Chameleon out and see what frag they can get with this aggression, but nothing really going their way. And both players, a lot of players hurt Pojkarna at the moment, so they're probably going to want to back off this and try to get a few picks with Zimoj going down. 2 rockets here. But a lot of players going down for Pojkarna, and with Alice on that full overcharge, they're going to want to back off this, wait for spawn, and try to get a repush in. But they haven't been able to take the point yet, Pojkarna have. And, you know, a lot of aggression, a lot of dominance coming out of Chameleon now we see in this second round. Which is, you know,
quick aggression into not making mistakes and forcing punishes and slowly whittling them down. Not taking damage, that's what you need on defense. So that gives them 1 minute advantage.
Certainly, and we do see, you know, Arnold holding very passively up on that cliff. You know, he knows that there's going to be possibly a sniper coming out. We just see the Uber coming out now. With Scotch goes down in that, so it's going to be a big advantage for Chameleon. But they lose 2 of their players, but the sniper goes down, and Pojkarna lose a few too many. But oh, what am I saying? There's only Arnold and Jono up now for Chameleon. They're going to back off this, and this is going to be the first cap we see in this round from Pojkarna. So starting to get a bit of time on that clock, and equal Uber still. So it's going to wait up, probably put in some sacks maybe, see what they can do, or just wait for that equal overcharge and try to muscle it out and see what kind of picks they can get between the two. Did you see Sniper up? Zato?
Pain heavy. Oh, this is brutal pushing there.
So.
And this Demon is dead. Oh, the Jono just survives.
The control point is being captured.
We do see Zimoj going down to Anti, and this kind of few trades going back and forth there, both soldiers, both teams being traded. Alice is going to be up on that overcharge and possibly wanting to use this, but with only the heavy there, I'm not sure how I feel about this. With the equal Uber situation, Ezreal gets sniped by Zato. Nice snipe there from Bat. But we do see Jono getting aggressive on that heavy, copping a bit of a spam there with no medic up for Chameleon. There's no heals, and it's a big heals advantage for Pojkarna, and they're going to be able to retake the point quite comfortably. And Alice is going to walk.
You can't fight it heavy in open ground like that when there's a sniper watching. You just can't you can't kill him before you get sniped.
Alice is going to walk away with a nice Uber advantage from that as well, about 40% or 30% now in the WAT, but that's going to be a big difference.
That's brutal. Another 10 seconds down the drain.
Yeah, the Jono just gets taken out to a trap, I believe, from Scotch. So
this was a forward hold spam.
Aggressive hold from Pojkarna here, with a sniper peeking him again. He's getting spammed out a bit. Rocketeer not really able to get much room in there. But we do see, you know, Alice with a big advantage. You know, at least 50%. And we do see Arnold, you know, grinding, trying to maybe see what he can do out here. We do see a slow push coming out again, perhaps. But Pojkarna aren't letting Chameleon get any room here. Very aggressive forward hold. And with times now just becoming equal, there's still chance in this for both teams, with Arnold on 90% of his overcharge. But you see Scotch going down. That's a big pick from Rando there. So this is going to be the biggest chance that Chameleon are probably going to get pushed out on this. You see a bomb come in, get that nice Uber forced early. But Alice drops to a snipe from Rocketeer. Massive play, and this is going to be definitely what Chameleon need to get themselves back in this round. Recapping the point now, it is equal time for both teams, and with Scotch the only person up for Pojkarna. This is very decisive retake from Chameleon here.
Looks like Chameleon have gone with their own sniper to counter the sniper. Just as effective as training a player for him.
That snipe worked really well. Dropping Alice on that full overcharge just helped them get that point so comfortably. And we see the hold now. But Jono does go down, but Rocketeer getting a pick on the Scotch, equaling that up, which is very nice. We do see Arnold on about a 30%, 40% advantage, so they're not going to want to peek this, but Arnold, you know, wanting to be able to go out and buff out his players, but he's wary of that sniper, Zato, holding up on Bat, so he's not going to want to peek this at all. We see the grind coming out with that equal overcharge. Chameleon getting bombed out here. Huge bomb onto 99% on Arnold, and he gets knocked up from his player. That is painful to watch. 18 seconds on the clock. Chameleon still have a chance to get a good repush in here, but that is just hugely upsetting, and huge play from Pojkarna there. Getting that pick onto Arnold there. got them a nice hold, and they were able to get a nice forward hold again. With 40 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, I feel.
Chameleon are going to have, you know, one good push out possibly, and we see the sacks coming out now.
Getting very suicide and grinding, spawning in.
So they're being very slow with these suicides, and Arnold's just behind house, no one to heal. He really needs to have this Uber charge. With Alice on a full Uber, they should have been grinding this. They really not going to have an Uber to contest this comfortably at all. This is going to be do or die for them, honestly.
Into a heavy, yeah. And they still haven't grounded. Along with the spy flame at work, I feel.
They went in like with like the 4-man sack, but they just weren't fast enough on it at all, and Arnold is barely going to get an Uber charge to this. We just see the Uber coming out now with Arnold getting off base, just getting his Uber charge. I'm looking at this, they've dropped 2 players in this Uber, and with full players up to Pojkarna, now Pojkarna lose 2, and another pretty interesting round. You know, a lot of a dominant show from Chameleon there, but Pojkarna were able just to grind it back with so much time on their forward hold. They're just able to wind the clock down so fast.
Chameleon will just crumble when it comes to retaking the point. They're not being... doesn't look like they know how to push it properly and suicide properly.
Big scout around big soldier bomb coming in from Anti here. Doesn't really get much in there. Gets a fair amount of damage out, but gets taken down to the shotgun of block. And you see Soldier getting very aggressive, but with Rocketeer and Anti down, this looks like it's probably going to be Pojkarna getting aggressive here. With several down for Chameleon, Pojkarna just muscling this out, and Arnold goes down to a nice snipe from Zato. So that's going to be Pojkarna getting aggressive and taking this point up for themselves. You can see a few players still wanting to fight this, but Tetrix goes down to a body shot from Zato. You see Jono coming out on cliff here.
From looks of it, there wasn't enough focus fire on that mid from Chameleon. They just weren't killing anything, even though they were getting lots of good pressure and positioning.
Yeah, and we see Chameleon now coming out here trying to get a push with Alice on that full Uber charge and Arnold only on 40%. I'm not quite sure how I feel about this. You know, 2 going down for Chameleon straight away, and Rocketeer getting sniped out by Zato, and Arnold getting sniped out. See, they went out for the slow push then, trying to see what happened, and I feel like they should have just gone for those quick suicides, because Arnold came out, showed his face, you know, gave some heals to his players, but in the end they just kept losing people in that slow push, and then Arnold got sniped because of it as well, and so they're worse off than they even started with. They'd gone out and maybe gone for 4 quick suicides and it didn't work. They'd at least have that kind of, you know, Uber ads to go off, but now they've just got to wait for like a really key pick or something similar. We do see Alice drop to the stickies of Jono. Now this is what Chameleon needed. Pojkarna getting very aggressive on this with only 3 out for them. This is going to be a good retake coming out from Chameleon. Bad Heavy though, cleaning up Rocketeer. And we do still have the sniper Zato up, so he could possibly come in and get a good snipe onto Arnold, who's on the point. Zato up on the bat, so it's been called out, now the Soldier bombing it, putting pressure on him, so he's not going to be able to get any kind of shots, but... Whew, big drop from Alice there, and that was really what Chameleon needed to get back into the round. We did see a Soldier onto Arnold, surfing those rockets away like a champion, but he does get taken down from a rocket from Zamod. So it's going to be a 50% advantage going the way of Pojkarna, and with only Rando up, this is going to be a pretty decisive mid, but Payma with the heavy taunt almost got punished for it. But
spotting the invisible ant in the corner and shooting him down.
And we do see, you know, Pojkarna getting a solid first hold. Solid forward hold more so from what we've seen from last time. This see, you know, Chameleon coming out their left side, trying to see what they can do with it, but still they're not going for the fast tacks, they're going for the slow push again, and with, you know, 50% Uber advantage, Uber disad now. You know, that's what we're going to see, and we just see Jono and Anti both going down, and Tetrix and Rocketeer as well. So Arnold has to get out here.
Arnold not grinding.
60 seconds.
Pretty bad. There could have been a few more seconds they could have saved.
I'm not sure what Chameleon are trying to do here, because they seem to be going for the slow push and then it's not working for them. They don't seem to be changing things up, trying to get the Saxons, and Jono just goes down stickies of Scotch, and Scotch just giving a bit of a taunt. Just the random death there cleaning up. So, very nice work. But we do see, you know, 30 seconds on the clock, and Chameleon are going to be feeling the pressure. They do have that Uber charge now, and they're probably going to want to come out and contest. But Arnold knows that sniper's there, and he's watching for him. Oh, he had the chance to get the shot, but wasn't able to take it, unfortunately. We just see the Uber coming out pretty early. We just see you know, the Uber going in the way of Pojkarna, with only 2 up for Chameleon at the moment. Bound to get cleared off here.
But he gets a pick though. It's
15
an alright pick.
15 seconds left. 15 seconds on the point. This seems like it's, you know, all she wrote. Very decisive half.
Into this heavy. Oh boy.
Gonna see, you know, bombs coming out with Jono getting very aggressive. The Scott's trying to go for maybe a sign kill there, but with Zumar taking down Jono and Arnold, that's going to be, you know, big advantage for Pojkarna to push off. We just see Chameleon Scout fighting it out, and he's buffed out by, he's joined by a soldier. So Pojkarna just struggling to keep this out, but that's a nice rocket by Locke there, cleaning up that Scout in the air. Very good work, and that's going to be a half to Pojkarna. Very decisive half, I felt. And how did you kind of feel about that?
Yeah, that for wanting to pick this map, that was pretty decisive. Like, they should have had an advantage on this map from the way they're trying to plan out their pushes and their aggression, but they're just not there. Pojkarna know how to play this map from the looks of it.
Definitely, definitely. We did see the round going into it again. They didn't seem to want to go to the half, which is a bit odd, but that's alright, that's alright. I was checking for stats thinking they were kind of done and dusted, but that's alright. We do see Alice going down in that mid-fight there, so a huge advantage for Arnold, around 80%. Going to have a full Uber to be able to retake this point with. But we do see the sniper up still, Zato, so that could possibly be a thorn in Chameleon's side if he can get a good snipe off there. Not really able to get anything so far. He's got a soldier on him. He does go down in the sad zone for a good 10 seconds. But we do see, you know, Chameleon trying out their own forward hold here. We don't see Arnold on Cliff anymore, which is a bit interesting, you know, given that he does know that Zato is running a sniper. But, you know, as long as his players keep eyes on it. No, I see Arnold's backing off the Cliff now. He knows there's going to be a sniper coming up soon. So he's going to back off that. And we do see 30 seconds on the clock so far for Chameleon. We do see Tetrix getting sniped down from Zato. Good pick there. The counter sniper taken down. We do see the Uber coming out now from Arnold. You know, Alice is able to get out for that. So that's a 70% advantage. We do see pressure coming on here. Alice possibly staying in that fight for a little bit too long. Maybe he can get out to spawn, and Rocketeer just gets Alice before he gets back to spawn there. With only 2 up now, they're probably going to go in for a suicide wave, I'd suspect, coming out from Pojkarna there.
Yeah, let's see how they suicide.
We do see Alice coming out, so possibly a slow push, they're feeling. You know, they do still have Zato up on sniper, so maybe waiting for Chameleon to make a mistake, and Arnold does get sniped there, which is, you know, what I was just saying. So, you see a big advantage for Pojkarna if they're able to take on this point. You know, with several down. Ansi up on heavy, but he's very lit, only on 33 HP. He does go down to Jono, only player up. He needs to get out. He gets sniped by Zato. Was that a 3k on that push?
Yeah, he's making a lot of 3ks.
Huge work.
Way too dominated.
So that's the great thing about running a permanent sniper. If he can land the shots, you can buy your team such a huge advantage, especially on a map like Viaduct. Which once you get that force hold, you know, the rich get richer and the poor get poorer.
They can just keep slow pushing that sniper.
Like it's guaranteed. Down. So this is going to be, you know,
Scotch out of position though.
Definitely, Scotch go down. So possibly Chameleon can muscle Pojkarna up with that full Uber charge. I think they're still going to be able to defend this. You know, Alice is probably calling for his players to back off this. You know, they've got time on the point. They just got to run it down and see what they can do. We do see Zato sniping Dejono as well. So Dejono goes down. It feels like once Pojkarna get a, you know, good forward hold, it's really hard for Chameleon to get a word in edgewise.
Yeah, they're not,
you know, Arnold keeps coming up and then getting taken down at around, like, you know, 40%. So he doesn't really, he's not coming out with that full Uber charge to be able to, you know, try to get some kind of an advantage working up. But he just keeps being taken down by that sniper, and it's very hard for them to kind of get in. See Arnold up on Cliff now on 75%. So this could be a good Uber for Chameleon to try to push back into, with the times just equaling up now with a minute 20 on the clock for both teams. So, you know, Chameleon is certainly still in this. They've had a good showing the whole map. But with Anti going down to the Rocketeers to Modge, they're probably not going to want to push this straight up. Arnold's down lower Cliff, and Pojkarna know it. We should see a bomb coming in here. We do see the force going out. Rando getting very aggressive here, but Rocket's here going down in that Uber. So this is still an advantage for Pojkarna, and with Arnold going down as well, they're going to be able to muscle this out on heals advantage alone. And yeah, only 2 up for Chameleon now with under a minute on the clock for Pojkarna. Very decisive.
Their Ubers are way stronger. Or at least I'm noticing that maybe, or...
And we do see the map change, so I think we can safely assume that was a 4-0 first map take for Pojkarna. Very decisive. I was surprised. I was predicting, you know, a closer map between these two teams. I really thought that, you know, Chameleon would have come out and, you know, on the map that they picked, being Viaduct, I thought they would have come out and given a huge showing, but
yeah, I was expecting. From the looks of it, they didn't have the better sniper today. From their scouts weren't particularly dominating with their soldiers as well, especially with their pushes. They're not playing Viaduct properly with those poor suicides, in which the medic keeps getting picked, which is the worst part about it. And that can be a round right there if that happens, and that happened multiple times. At the end of that though, I don't know if it was morale or it was just like they were even getting outplayed, and like the Ubers, let alone the sniper, getting them free picks because Zeta didn't have anything to do with that last push, which they teamed down. That was all, from the looks of it, like Lock and the combo, and the scouts just pushing, like avoiding the Uber and having a better Uber.
Yeah, I think they got a good force out. Like they put a lot of pressure on and kind of forced that Uber from out of Chameleon. But anyway, probably gonna have a look at some stats here and talk about some statistics.